he's yet to get fed yet.
Did he get fed? I want to feed him now.
He's peace. Like he's in search. You know what that's all about. Yeah. Okay. Alright, let me take a drink and then we getting started. This over actually. There we go. Okay, so maybe saying that Chalice Dungeons were where the difficulty lies in the game was a little bit unfair, because it is New Game +4 when you get down to them Depth 5 areas. Now for the real challenge of the game, and this, I don't even have to go on higher New Games than I'm supposed to. The Old Hunters DLC is just plain hard. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Bloodborne, the stream edition. Last time we finished up our trek through the Chalice Dungeons, and as I said last time, there is a lot more to explore there than just what I showed, which is apparently a bunch of low polygon grass today. And I would encourage you to go and explore that all on your own time, but I've done as much as I care to, other than the bosses that were cut from the final version of the game, which we'll be doing at a later date. Excuse me, but today, and for the next foreseeable future, we'll be heading back to the Hunter's Nightmare that we opened up a while ago, and we're actually going to go ahead and do something in there in terms of actually playing through the Old Hunters DLC. So that looks like the plan, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, Lord Holloway, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I realized last time as well, just after quitting out of the thing and exiting the stream, that I have all this kin cold blood and thick cold blood laying around that I should probably use to level up. So I guess we'll do that before we go off to the Old Hunters. I mean, blood level 91 is a pretty decent place to be, I think. I think I need like 50,000 though to level up, so well, that'll just about put me there. Let's see, what else can I use? One of these? 1500, I'll use the other one too, because I don't think that's quite enough. There, that should be enough, I think. Is it enough there, Madame Dow?
Very well,
let us see. Yes, yes it is. Okay, and we're just going to get incremental bonuses to our skill there for extra power. Because you can never have too much of that, so...
Farewell, good hunter.
I'm doing pretty good, Lord Holloway. Doing pretty good myself. So, glad you're doing good. Thank you, milady, and thank you, Lord Holloway, for hosting the stream. I appreciate it. Did any of my auto hosts come up yet? Yes, they did. Shadow Snake and Pem also. Thank you for hosting. I appreciate it. Okay, so with that out of the way, I also spent a bunch of blood echoes on, I think, mostly blood vials, to be honest with you. I'm just going to check my storage before we go and probably repair my weapons just to make sure I don't have anything to do here. Okay, that's all done. Did I sell the blood gems that I needed to sell last time? That's the real question. So yeah, now I have 450 blood vials, so I should be good in terms of that, and I have almost 550 quicksilver bullets. So I don't think we'll need any more. I mean, that remains to be seen. It depends on how badly I suck at all of this, but we'll see how that goes. Other thing I have to know... Okay, Tomb Prospector gloves are considered church attire. Okay, I got to keep that in mind because that actually is important later on today. But it looks like I sold all the blood gems I don't need, so let's just stop fiddling about and actually go. I don't know why I ran all the way this way. I could have just walked out this door, but let's go to the Hunter's Nightmare and get this, I don't know, party started. It's not much of a party if I keep dying. It's my party, and I'll die if I want to. Or if you decide I'm going to. I mean, that's usually how that works. If the game says, no, you're going to die right now, then I usually die right now. It's not like I have second chance or, what is that in Dark Souls 3? Tears of Denial? I don't think I ever used that spell. But we're back in the Hunter's Nightmare, and that is the place that looks vaguely similar to Cathedral Ward with, well, one small exception. The place also looks like someone dumped a bunch of earth on top of it, which is just great. Just fantastic. I do see the item on the hill. I'll go grab that in a hot minute, but first, let's go see what kind of resistance we can expect from the DLC. Okay, so you don't stagger from the saw spear. Good to know. You do give me 3 blood vials, though, so that's nice. And the old hunter cap. That was actually the original armor that I was going to wear over top of this because it totally makes me look like the Scarecrow from Batman, I think. And I probably could have just grabbed that like way earlier in the game if I had gone here, but you can't quite see the monocle like that, and that kind of irks me. So I think we're just going to stick with the beak mask. I know you can't see anything when I'm wearing the beheaded skeleton of a crow, but, you know, it's fine. We're fine. Those guys have about as much HP as some of the enemies from the Chalice dungeons there, so I got to be a little careful. I also have to remember that they don't stagger, so if they swing over my head, well, that's the thing. Thanks, buddy. Old hunter gloves. Wow. Weird, but anyway, he is coming my way. Good. I'll quit your yelling. You started it, not me. Let's see here. There's a bunch of upgrade materials that you can grab in these early areas. Okay, well, I can't open the gate from here. That's not really going to work. But you do have to contend with the hunters in this area and their pets later on as well. So that's a thing. Yeah, we'll worry about that later. Really? I don't believe that they're dead. There's no way. Oh, hello. Oh. Nice doggy. Not so nice doggy. Dead doggy is not nice doggy. Some more twin bloodstone shards. We'll be getting some chunks eventually as well. Just gotta get to that point. I can't tell if that guy is just practicing or if he's swinging at something that's actually... Oh god. That's not really working well. Okay, so those guys can hit really hard and fast. Gotta keep that in mind. Alright. Well, Old hunter trousers, okay. And just like that, we've opened up a shortcut. Good. Very good. This place isn't too hard to get used to navigating, though, because it's basically just Cathedral Ward, so, you know. It's not that bad. Hey, guys! What'd you find? Well, I'm a hunter, but I didn't expect you to get like that. Well, I'll save you the trouble of dying a gruesome death to those other guys. You can die a gruesome death to me instead. Oh, that's no good, Kira. Alright, well, yeah, thanks. I will try to have a good stream. Take it easy in the meantime. Hopefully you'll be able to check the VOD out once that hops up on there. Which will be right after this is all done. I see a trap up there. Really? No Quicksilver bullets? Come on, man. What a cheapskate. I'll bet you, though. Yeah, just like I thought. There. Well, that takes care of the dogs chasing after me. Real question is, where's the dude with the, oh, the gate's already open. Alright then, what was that big noise? Well, that's weird. Hello? You want to ignore me? Then that's fine. Blood vials? Take it, thank you. Some Quicksilver bullets. There's the bullets. Hey, Omega Theory, how's it going? And Kira, thanks for hosting. Appreciate that. Let's see. I forget how to get up on this part. You probably got to go like a different way or something. Anyway, let's go check out the graveyard, see what the hell they got going on here. Ooh, tempering damp blood gems. Don't mind if I do. I mean, they're level 4, so they're not going to be that good, but I'll take it anyway. Some Madman's Knowledge, no big shock there. Continuing some how to stream properly research. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm hoping you figure it out. Get it all set and ready to go. Well, there's a lot of these guys. Okay, hello. I see we have another hunter in here who's willing to do the fighting for me. That's always fun. You do that, I'm gonna go over here. You guys don't mind if I take this, do you? Nice blood vials. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I think that guy's got a, well, he's got some kind of on-fire weapon. That's interesting. I'm just gonna take that. Oh, not that way. Not that way, evidently. You have fun over there. I'll just go my own way. Play average PS4 and PC, PC Live X, PC, PS1, and old ROMs. Well, that's good. That's good. Gives you a little diversity in the games that you want to play there. Hey, Garrick, how's it going? How would I get over to that thing? Ah, I see. Just gotta go this way. Wonder if there's gonna be a dude, like, around the corner to shoot me or something. Oh, hi, guys. Yeah, the beasts in this area, not exactly aggressive most of the time. Sometimes, but not quite all the time. Well, there's the beast cutter. That's the weapon that that dude out there is using to try to viciously murder, or not that guy, but the guy that was at the gate when we first started up the DLC. Gotta do Gothic 2 pure mage playthrough. Good luck, man. Good luck. I don't know how mage is in Gothic 2, but I'm sure we'll find out what at least one or two of the classes are like once we eventually get to Gothic 2, so before you go, check out the DMs. You know what, Kira? I did. I saw the artwork. I haven't gotten a chance to reply to you for them there, but those are really, really well done. I'm definitely going to put those to use, so thank you so much. I appreciate that. I got to have a chat with you about hooking you up with a little bit of cash maybe for that, because that was very good work. Very good work. Thank you so much. So, Shadow Hearts Saga PS2. Well, if your computer can stream on PCSX2, you might be able to get away with it. It might take a little bit of doing, but okay, that's a flaming boulder. Bum-ba-dum-bum, bump-a-dead. Yeah, that's how I'm doing the Mega Man X collection right now, in between streams, is on PCSX2. So if you can get away with that, then I'd say more power to you, man. You have to finagle with the settings a little bit on PCSX2 for each individual game to get the settings right, but yeah. It shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Okay, we're not going that way. I don't think we're going this way either, because it looks like this is all stuck off too. Yeah, still here. Not quite finished yet. Got to do. This is the DLC here, Alex, and then once we're done with the DLC, that's when we're gonna finish the game proper. So that's why we're still in it. And hello, Alex. How you doing? Right, and other RPGs. Gotcha. Not sure at the moment. Did upgrade vid card, but should know again soon. Okay, yeah. Well, hopefully it all works out for you. That way you kind of diversify what you can play there. I found some halfway decent settings for the Mega Man X collection, but I'm still trying to like get it to work properly where the settings work really well. The graphic settings, that is, for Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. Not enough luck yet, but you know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't want to fight that guy. He seems mean. I'm just gonna go in the church. Is Vicar Amelia still here, or is she a recent development in the church's history? Well, that's very interessante. I wonder if it's gonna come to life when I take this item. And we all thought the Ashen one was the toucher of things that caused everything to go crazy. Eye pendant, huh? Really? Nothing? I don't know why I just tried my luck there, but... Well, alright then, I'll take it. Subversion of my expectations, that's for sure. That would be in here, I think. Let's see, those are badges. Eye pendant, here we go. Yeah, all in due time, that's all. Yeah, hello. An eye pendant, which unlocks the surgery altar. See, all of these pendants have, like, either, like, coagulated blood or, like, an eyeball, just a person's eyeball stuck in it. It's like, is that in fashion in Yharnam? I would assume so, considering they're worried about getting eyes on the inside of their brains, but, like, I don't know, man. I couldn't wear another person's eyeball. Maybe that's just me. There are two cathedrals in the Hunter's Dream. One lies past the River of Blood, and another contains the private research hall of the Healing Church. Only chosen members of the Healing Church or their lamentable patients can enter the research hall using this eye. Grant eyes to the surgery altar skull. That's cryptic as hell, but I'm sure it'll become more clear, hopefully, in due time. Hey, Rockin' Fun, how's it going? Same play Tales of... is that Berseria you're looking at there? Can play battles fine, but outside battles she runs slow, laggy, but battles are smooth. Huh. Well, that's a little strange. It could be maybe your computer's not powerful enough to handle the loading of everything on the outside of the battle. But I don't know, man. I'm not an expert at PC gaming, that's for certain, so... I don't think I can visceral attack this guy, but I guess I can try. Oh, good, you're able to watch this time. That's good, Rockin' Fun. It's going pretty good. It's going pretty good for me. So far, so almost dead from a Beast Hunter safe, or is it Saif? I don't really know. It's spelled S-A-I-F, and it's like Arabic for sword, but yeah, I'm not in the know when it comes to that stuff. Ooh, I can visceral you. How close are you to dead? Almost. Gotcha, bitch. And these guys aren't given that many echoes, are they? Then again, it's because it's the first area in the DLC, so it's kind of to be expected. Seems like that hunter with the flaming stick is taking care of things for me down there, so I'll just leave him to it. Man, they're giving me a lot of blood vials. I wonder if they're trying to tell me something. It's okay, guys. Yeah, I got it covered. I already farmed out some blood vials from my blood echoes. It wasn't even farming, even. I just got them from getting several 100,000 blood echoes in the Chalice dungeon. It's like, no big deal, you know, let me just polish off my nails real quick, you know. Stuck at home with the kids again. Can't say I've had that experience. I've been stuck at home with my brothers, which at times seems like a similar experience, but you have Gatling guns. That's interesting. Okay, let me see if I can find the pattern here. Well, I obviously got to run to the left somehow. Like, right now. Ay. Ow, 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 there's another one! Where's the other one? I can't see the other one. I'm probably gonna, like, walk out. Okay, I can see it now. It's just below where my insight counter is right there, so I gotta kind of... Well, I don't know the pattern, so I'm gonna run out at it, I think, but... like this. Ow, 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 ow. Never mind, I'm not gonna run out at it. I'm not gonna run out at it. Maybe I can, like... No. Okay, I think I get it. Just gotta go this way. Stop that. Does this one not explode? No, this one does not explode. Okay. Ha! Easy as that. Wait, did I miss an item? Nope. Okay, cool. Oh, hello there. I didn't see you. Oh, you've got a Gatling gun too, don't you? You're trying to trick me. I see you. Days off always seem to work out here. She has plans. Oh, yeah. I get you. So we've gone from hunters with a bunch of beast-killing weapons to normal Yarnum folks. Although this, I don't know if this is normal Yarnum. This might just be blood drunk. Okay, hello. Speak of the devil. Okay. Oh, that's got a little bit of a lingering effect on it. It's a fancy stick you got there. You see, this is my boomstick. Got a bunch of stun frames on that. That was spooky. Just a little spooky. I think there's a shortcut coming up if I remember right. I just got to get through the rest of this stuff before I get there. Blood vials, thank you. Have used a few of those, haven't I? Stag and doe. No babysitter. Oh, yeah, that could be expensive. I can see how that would get very, quite expensive. What are you even throwing at me, dude? Molotov. Okay. Was it a Molotov? It looked like something... Oh, no, not these guys again. Ugh. I hate those guys. Twin Bloodstone shards. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can't get over that way. And this place is dark, so let's see if we can... Oh, I know where I'm at. I'm in that house that I always grind blood vials in. Delayed Molotov. That's interesting. Can't say I'm actually going to use it, but, I mean, it's there. Oh, one swing from this version kills them. Wow, that's interesting. We do have to go down there in a moment, but I don't think I want to go down this way. Well, actually, there's an item down there, so I might want to go grab it. But first, let's go down in the first floor. Let's see what we can do down here. If you go that way, you can fight an NPC hunter with the Beast Claw weapon, and I don't plan on fighting them because they're kind of hard, to be honest with you, and I haven't opened up a shortcut yet, so I'll probably do that first. And here we get the... Oh my god! The boom hammer! Did somebody say explosions? But yeah, that's the boomstick, quote unquote, that other guy was using, is the boom hammer there. Yeah, it definitely would. Yeah, it would cost quite a hefty chunk of money after you consider all the expenses. There's the old hunter top hat. I'm not a fan of that hat though. The brim is too like frumpy on it. I don't even know if it's kind of a weird word, I guess. But yeah, it just. Hang on, I'll show you. It's like. I don't know. Maybe it's the cloth it's made out of, or maybe it's the brim. But it's just like, no. It doesn't work. It doesn't work the same as this one. This one makes me look like a gentleman around town, like I'm going to the theater or something. But this? Ew. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Alright, let's go down in the Blood River thing and get viciously murdered by ticks. How's that sound for a Saturday night? We could go left or right. I probably should go right because there is some stuff to get down there. But first, I think I'm going to try to go... I think that door opens up. That door over there, but I can't remember. Or maybe it's across this bridge that I have to go. Hello. Ow. Yeah, that takes care of that problem. Frenzied cold blood, no wonder he's doing that. I can't get into that. Ooh. Somebody saw me. See the shotgun pellets just fly past my head? Holy shit. Oh, there's another one right there. I'm going to just leave those guys alone because somebody's shooting at me from up on high, so just going to... Yeah, see, there it is again. Somebody's got a hell of a gun over there. Quicksilver bullets, alright. Now, you guys want some, you got to come over here. Oh, it's one of those guys with the safe, whatever it is. And that guy. One of them's gonna see me, I just know it. I mean, I know how to fix that. I need to go on my personal effects, though. There we go. Now you see me, now you only sort of see me. Yeah, you guys have fun with that, I'm going this way. And if you go over here, NPC there, excuse me, sir, I gotta open a door first. And if you open this door, shortcut back to the first lamp. Very nice. I think those scythe guys have gone away, though. Let me look around the corner. Are they gone? Yeah, they're gone. So I can talk to the NPC. All right. Your mom and her moms make things easier, but mom's driving the drunks. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's pretty expensive when you consider the fact that doesn't even, like, especially when you consider that doesn't cover the cost of going out, because you got to pay for your own whatever you're going out to do. You got to pay for dinner and all that other stuff.
You're a hunter with your sanity, aren't you?
Trying to have my sanity.
Taken a wrong turn, then, eh? Well, we're more alike than you think.
In what way?
This is
I
the
mean, we're both
hunter's
sane.
nightmare, where hunters end up when drunk with blood. You've seen them before. Aimless, wandering hunters slavering like beasts.
Like some of those guys up on the bridge there?
This is what the poor fools have to look forward to. So, don't be brash. Turn back before it's too late. Unless you've something of an interest in nightmares.
Sort of. I guess nightmares are fascinating.
Oh yes, I see. You sense a secret within the nightmare and cannot bear to leave it be.
Now, is that what that
As if
feeling in the back of my head is?
That lives on within you. Such inquisitive hunters will relish the nightmare. But beware. Secrets are secrets for a reason, and some do not wish to see them uncovered. especially when the secrets are particularly unseemly.
What do you mean by unseemly?
Beware, especially.
You're not going to tell me, are you? Well, he's interesting. So that leads us back up here to those two and their little friend with the torch. This little spot is nasty here, but, I mean, I guess I could skip it. I mean, it's not like I have to go there. I could just go this way instead. Just leave them be. I forget if this is the way I'm supposed to go or if I need to go back the other way. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Ooh. Constable's gloves. Where's the rest of the constable? Oh, he's here. And there. And there. And there. I can imagine that they can shoot down at me, though, if I don't, like, blue elixir or something here. So I can see how that would be a little annoying. There's an item inside of there with all the ticks, isn't there? Well, whatever it is, I don't think I really want it, to be honest with you. I think I'd rather just, I'm in pragmatism mode at this point because I have all the items that I actually need to totally beat this, so I'm just kind of like, well, excuse me, pardon me, one side. So I'm just kind of like, I got what I need, I'm just gonna go. Whoa. Hello, pup. Goodbye, pup. You definitely can't rally after those pups die. Frenzy. Cold blood, alright. I was gonna say, I was willing to bet I turn around and there's like 3 dogs on me. It depends, man. It's like, I kind of get you because I live in a welfare state, so like, some of the, I mean, I'm not saying all people on welfare are that way, but there are some people who take advantage of the system who ruin it for the rest of us. Well, I'm not on welfare, so I'm not really the rest of us. But there's some people who take advantage of the system, is what I'm trying to get at. And those people are the ones who get the check and still manage to have a fairly decent way of living, despite, you know, being constantly high or something else. Ow. Okay, let me just go here for a minute. I'm not a fan of you and the crows, man. That's all right. I need to like see where I'm going here. All right. Can I walk up here? No, I cannot. I don't know what knocked me over there, but take it. How did you get in there? Get out of there. Alright. Well, we got rid of that guy, so that's a good thing. More crows. More crows. More crows! It's a murder of crows! They're still sneaking around my hitboxes despite all my efforts to the contrary. Wonder how we get that. Let's go find out. Oh, those are alive? Is that just rigor mortis, or are they actually... Ew. Jesus. Yeah, like I said, it sort of depends on the social standing, because sometimes in welfare states, even at 40 hours a week, a 40-hour work week, you're like, well, this isn't, you know, I'd be better off if I just didn't work in some scenarios. I'm not saying that's how it is for everyone, but for certain people, it's like, well, I could be better off if I just left well enough alone. I'm going to blood vial here, top myself off, because there's another hunter here. He has one of those scythes, I think. And that makes it a little troubling to fight him. Can I get through. Okay, so I can roll off here if I have a problem. Good to know. I believe he's guarding the scythe. Are you an actual NPC hunter, or are you a... it looks like you're one of those guys. Ow. One of those guys with the hyper armor on your thing, which makes me definitely not want to fight you. There's the scythe that he's using right there. But, he can suck a fat one, because I'm not dealing with this hyper armor bullshit. Bye! If I don't get hyper armor on my weapons, and you use the exact same weapon as I do, and you get hyper armor, then you're cheating. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I wonder who rang the bell. It's like those infinite Quicksilver Bullet NPC hunters, man. Holy cow. That looks like a big dude. What is in his... Oh, that's what's in his hand. Well, alright then. It's probably got some good AoE on it, huh? Bye! I said bye. As in, don't shoot me with your giant cannon, please. Just roll just in case. And here we have another lamp, so let's light it up. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly it. Different living standards, different everything. It makes it a different situation no matter who you are or where you're from. So. Ooh. Damn it. Stay there. Stay there. There. Do you have chunks for me? Yeah, bloodstone chunks. Is that a building, or is that a dude's shadow that's imposing over top there? I guess we're gonna find out. No, looks like a building. It's probably a... Oh, okay, it was a dude. Alright then. What have you got, a beast cutter? Alright. Bye, sir. Ow, ow. Don't murder me, crows! Oh god. Excuse me! Pardon me. Oil urns, thank you. And if we go over here, we can grab... Wow! The whirligig saw. And now I'm out of here, because I don't think you can roll down, and I don't feel like going back that way and dealing with those guys, so... Yeah, I getcha. It's got it at a certain point. It's got to be family first. So I get where you're coming from. Okay, and we've arrived back here. So we don't need to go down that way anymore. We're actually pretty close to the boss of this area now. I actually flew through the Hunter's Nightmare. I was expecting it to take longer than this, but anyway, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream just to restock on our blood vials, cause we're gonna need them. Where we're going, we're gonna need them. Because the next boss is probably going to take the rest of the stream, if I'm being honest with you. Well, I might be exaggerating just a little there, but you know. You have 6 thick cold bloods here, so let's see if we can get another level out of these. I might be able to. 8,000, that puts me up by 41, almost. Maybe? 5, it might be close. We'll find out. 3. Yeah, that's gonna put me just a little bit below where I want to be. All right. What could I sell? Blade Molotovs, rope Molotovs. But yeah, these ones you throw them and then they explode after a set period of time. So they're interesting, but nothing I really care about all too much. Excuse me. Jesus. I guess I could sell some of the twin shards. I don't need all of these. Sell like 5. Sell all of them. I got 16. That's all I really need. We got 10 chunks, so if I wanted to upgrade any other weapons later from the DLC, I could. Yeah, we got Beast Hunter Scythe. I'm going to just go with Scythe. Beast Cutter, Boom Hammer, Whirligig Saw. Some new weapons that we can use here. So that's not too bad. I gotta deposit some of this stuff, though. Any of these good? No, 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 and... but still no. So we're selling, so let's sell all of these. The blood gems that I've got are pretty much good enough for my tastes, I think.
Welcome. What is it? Very
Alright,
well.
let's level up again. Get some more skill. Get ourselves ready, because we about to
Farewell, good hunter.
have a bad day, have a bad
May
time.
you find your worth in the waking world.
I have that feeling too, Rockin' Fun, and I speak English as my first language. Thank you, milady. So, if anything, trust me, I know how you feel, even though I'm familiar with the language, perhaps more so than you are, but it doesn't make a difference in some cases. So, I get you. Well, I've gathered more blood vials than I used, so that's always a good thing, but we're about to lose a bunch of them, so, you know. That's going to be a thing. Let's repair my saw spear since it's done pretty well for me here. Yeah. I think that's kind of the consensus for a lot of people. It's hard to call yourself an expert in really any one language, but I don't know, I feel like English is one of the tougher ones, I guess. I don't want to brag about it because, again, I don't even fully understand the language, and I've spoken it my whole life. And it's no like Mandarin or Japanese or some of the other more complex languages for sure, but I don't know. Anyway, let's go back to the Nightmare Church. We've only got a little bit of the area left to go. There's practically nothing in it, and well, there's something waiting for us at the end of the hall up ahead here. It is not exactly friendly. Amongst the hardest to learn, yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, and it's another two-way street thing, really. It makes me glad that I learned English first, because then I don't have to learn something super complex. But at the same time, I feel like I've suffered for learning other languages as a result of that, you know. 3 pebbles, okay. Any more of those little witches that want to poke my eyes out? Because that's what that one was, and she totally would have grabbed at me if it wasn't for the items back there. I don't know why they just stuck a pebble randomly there. Oh, crow. Crows. Alrighty. I keep seeing these little bodies here move somewhat, and I'm kind of like, is that an enemy, or... What a crooked existence this one lives. But this is the new blood vial grinding spot right here. All you gotta do, go to the Nightmare Church, come back here, kill this guy, get 5 blood vials, go back, done. It's not quite as circular as the other blood vial farming method, but they specifically put that guy there, and he respawns every time you die for a very good reason. And we are about to find out what that very good reason is. I'm going to turn my volume down preemptively because I know it's about to get crazy. Hey, Dreamwalker, how's it going? It's going pretty good for me so far. We're about to enter into the Hell Zone. But I'll let that speak for itself here in a moment.
Please. Help us.
Help you with what?
Silent beast.
Oh god, Bloodstarved Beast, is that you again?
The great terror.
Bloodstarved Beast didn't have mangled limbs kicking into...
Ludwig.
Ludwig? I know a Ludwig. I'm using his sword. Or maybe it's a copy because there's a sword on his back. Wow, that's twisted. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. We gotta put this bad boy down, because holy shit. again. Alright. Stay to his sides in this fight. That's the easiest way to deal lots of damage to him, so... You give that back. Oh. This one you want to run. It's another jumping attack. Rape train! Huh! Oh god, I didn't dodge it right. You gotta dodge that to the left because it has quite a number of hit frames on. Oh my god. His head blocked me. The rape train that I was just talking about there has a bunch of hit frames on it. You can actually get double hit by it, and I'm pretty sure it one-shots you at this point of vitality. So he needed to get his head out of the way there, man, or I needed to dodge backwards, because that would have probably given me... I would have had to get quite a bit of area away from him, but, you know, Suikoden 2 a little bit. Have not played Suikoden 2, so I'll take your word for it, though. He's a beast, so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Fire Paper's probably the best bet for this one. But yeah, this boss is kind of the gateway boss for the entire DLC. If you can beat this guy, you're probably okay to beat the rest of it, but he's not easy, as you'll see from a few of my deaths here, because I'm 100% certain there's going to be more than just that one. Okay. You can't stick too close to him, though, because he does have a few nasty attacks if you stand too close to him, so... Ouch. Like, that one's hard to see, basically. I was gonna say, let me get those, please. Yeah, he gets staggered by going to his sides with a serrated weapon there, so kind of lets you hit him up quite a good amount. Oh god. Run! But yeah, if you just run, you can actually get out of the way of that, so it's really not too bad of a deal. Where are you going? Okay. Dodged it. I don't think I dodged it properly, though, because I think I still got hit there. But you can stagger him there if you hit his head enough times. That was only half his health. Is he going to have a second phase or something? What is that light? Oh, man.
You were at my side all along. My
Okay, later.
mentor,
Thank you.
my guiding moonlight.
Oh, you got... Are you kidding me? Really? Are you serious right now? Well, we're in phase 2. He's gone from a nightmare horse to a large ham in about 2 seconds. Ouch. And ouch again. Oh god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Hey. Oh, wait, we got a visceral. Okay, that's gonna help. That's gonna help a little bit. Uh-oh. So back off for this part, then run at him as fast as you can, because if you don't, that will happen. I'd rather that not happen. Oh, God, happen. Uh-oh. I shouldn't have dodged in. Jesus. Yeah, this fight is fast and furious because Things get a little crazy here if you're not careful. I probably should have just kept attacking, honestly, while he was doing his little giant AoE thing. If he would, when he slams the sword down after doing that little hold-up thing, it creates a shockwave of moonlight magic in front of him. So if you backed off when he did that and didn't run towards him, you're screwed, because it hits for about 5 seconds, and I don't think anybody can survive that. I don't care how much vitality you have. Standing in it, bad idea. Yeah, end of the tutorial. True fight begins now. Yeah. That OST, though. Oh, man. This is actually... this fight's going to go quick, because I have ridiculous blood gems in my weapons, but this is actually my favorite boss fight in the entire series, period. Like, no questions asked. Because it goes beyond a fight and turns into an experience with the whole transition to Phase 2 and everything. It's nuts. I love it. Oh, God. The old woman wanted my eyeballs. Not today, old woman! Yeah, it's great, man. I love it. Uh-oh. You can kind of bait that head attack that he does there on this attack if you kind of run close to him after he hits you with it. So, or tries to hit you with it anyway. Okay. Okay. Attacking a little. Back off just a little bit. I'm stuck! Not that way, not that way, not that way. That's the only time you want to go to the right in this fight, is when he does that, and it's... Uh-oh. That's the quick one, though. That one you can dodge, but the other one, not so much. Oh, God. Ow. Yeah, try not to use more than 5 blood vials if you can afford to, because there's plenty to get outside here, so... I thought I was going to transition him there. No such luck. God, I'm trying way too hard to transition him there, and that's why that just happened. Well. Yeah, not much to complain. Pretty much if you screw up, it's almost always your fault in this fight, and that's it. So the challenge from it doesn't necessarily come from how like long the boss fight is. I mean, it is a long fight if you don't have the right blood gems, but it's mostly down to knowing when to dodge and dodging properly, which I have done absolutely none of so far. He doesn't give you time to space, which makes it more difficult for me personally to really read when I should dodge, because you kind of have to learn on the fly. And that puts me out of my comfort zone, but I appreciate the boss so much more because of it, because it forces me to think on my feet, which is something that I normally am not adept at. So it's kind of like the boss is strengthening me in an area that I'm sort of not great at, which I can appreciate. And I don't care about my blood echoes at this point. I mean, I only had like 600, so not a big deal. I'm gonna fire paper while he... Oh, that's not fire paper. There. He does that. Has a little temper tantrum there. Oh. Oh, God. The rape train! Ugh. Okay. Made it out of that without getting hit twice, somehow. Run. Oop. Got a visceral. You gotta get around his face, though, to do the visceral there, so you gotta be a little careful. There. Phase 2. I'm watching the cutscene every time. I mean, I'm sorry if that annoys people, but the music is just too perfect the way they cut it through this scene, so... Plus, how can I resist the large ham?
You were at my side all along.
It's just so cheesy. I love it.
My true mentor. My guiding moonlight.
That's something I sometimes get annoyed with, too, when I'm on YouTube and I want to watch this fight. People always skip the cutscene. How can you skip the best part of this fight? Alright, Ludwig, show me what you got. Oh god. I don't want any of that, though. Gotta pick your shots here at this part of the fight, too, because he gets a little crazy. Okay, get in there. Visceral attack. But yeah, the OST here, oh my god. He's also in a very precarious position right now for me to do this, but I'll do the best I can. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, we got another Visceral. And that's it. Just like that, prey slaughtered. Couldn't have asked for him to get into a better spot, though, I guess, for what happens at the end of the fight, which is that his one horse head falls off. That's just great. Well, at least he didn't grow a centipede head like the last guy who had no head that I fought. Let's light up this lamp. Now, I have to take my gloves off for this part, and I'll explain why. He has different dialogue depending on whether or not you're wearing any church garb. So I'm taking my gloves off because that's church garb. Also, thank you. Yes, first one of the DLC, and there's still some good shit up ahead, but it's great, man. I love that fight so much. I probably kind of cheesed it a little bit because I probably should have come back here before I went and got all of my crazy blood gems, but yeah. Anyway, let me get the victory fanfare here real quick since, yeah, we died a couple of times that fight. It's worthwhile. But yeah, I probably made that look a lot easier than it actually is. Let's see, Final Fantasy VII victory music. All I gotta type in my thing on YouTube now, excuse me, is F, and it's automatically the first result, so that's great. Let's see. He's probably like, what the hell is this guy doing sitting here? Okay, back to chat. Sorry, I turned chat off for a second to play the victory fanfare there. Let's have a hear at what the horsehead has to say.
Good hunter, have you seen the thread of light?
Thread of light?
Just a hair, a fleeting thing. Yet I clung to it, steeped as I was in the stench of blood and beasts.
Are you talking about the light of hope? Because that kind of sounds like it.
Really was. Really, I didn't.
Ludwig, are you okay? Ludwig. Slow down, man. Beasthood is taking control. And that's all he says for now. But if we put our church garb back on, the Tomb Prospector gloves, he has unique dialogue for churchgoers. So that's what we're going to do in just a moment. Let me do this, and Tomb Prospector gloves. I think that's enough. You might need two pieces like with the like with Adela back in Yarhargul, but we'll see. See if he says anything new. Okay, I might have to teleport out and back in to get the new stuff, which is fine because I need to spend this insight, so. Yeah, he might not be okay because I did sort of just hand his ass to him. Oops. Well, that's what happens when you get, you know, plus 60% physical attack on your basically dagger speed weapon. And it's serrated, so it's super effective against him being a beast, so. But yeah, I made that fight look way easier than it actually is. But good God, it's a great fight. Fight him without going to the Chalice dungeons, because holy hell. It is quite the fight. Oh, that's right. Hang on, what else do I need? 2 more blue elixirs I need. I'm actually going to just put these away. I don't need those or those at all. Forever, I think. I should buy another throwing knife. I guess I could take out a couple of fire paper. So I need to buy 2 fire paper and 2 blue elixirs, which means I need a total of 7 insight. Alright. Let's put those away. Let's put all of these away. I was seriously considering using the beast cutter, but the problem is that it's a strength weapon, and my strength is not quite up to par there, unfortunately. It's really cool, though. It's sort of like a strength version of the threaded cane, which I haven't really shown the threaded cane at all, but it's good. So, and then here is the rune that Ludwig gives you, the guidance rune. A Carol rune discovered by the old hunter Ludwig, along with the Holy Moonlight Sword. Boosts amount of life recovered by rallying. When Ludwig closed his eyes, he saw darkness, or perhaps nothingness, and that is where he discovered the tiny beings of light. The light of hope, as he was sort of saying there. Ludwig was certain that these playful dancing sprites offered guidance, so maybe he saw the messengers, actually, and emptied Ludwig of his fears, at least in the midst of a hunt. Interesting. But yeah, it boosts your rally potential by quite a lot, so it's not bad to have around if you're fighting things where you can kind of exchange with them, but there isn't a whole lot of that for the rest of the DLC, so yeah. Okay, so we need 2 fire paper and 2 blue elixirs. So I need to use this to keep myself at 1 insight there. So 2 of these. And 2 of these. Cool. Anything new to buy here now that we've done this? You can buy, oh, we could buy chunks before. Never mind. No, nothing new to buy here. All right. I'm gonna leave the kids to watch another stream. Yeah, this might be a little too violent for your 7-year-old. Yeah. All right, Omega Theory, take it easy, man. Okay. We don't quite have enough echoes to level up at this point, and I don't think I have enough cold blood to do it either. I have no cold blood, so yeah, definitely not. Alright. I'd like to be blood level 100 by the time I'm done with this, but, I mean, it may happen and it may not. You never know. I will get one of these, though. 800 blood echoes for that. Yeah, that's a great bit of money I just spent. Alright. But yeah, we need like 20,000 more, 20,000 more blood echoes before I can level up there. So I think what we'll do is there's actually something else we can do in the Hunter's Nightmare that I missed. There was, you know how we could go left or right when we got to that house that had the boom hammer in it and we went out into the Blood River? I never went to the right, so let's go through the shortcut over here and head back down that way and see what we can find, because there's probably something to see down there. I know there's something to see down there, so we'll go see what it is and see if we can get out of it alive, because, well, that's always a debatable thing in this DLC. In this part, anyway. Later on in the DLC, it's less debatable. It's just with all the hunter NPCs around and hunter-like enemies, it gets fairly difficult to actually, you know, get away from things and get out alive. Am I going to need another blue elixir for this? I might. Is there a guy on the stairs still? No, this guy's still here. That's fine. Let's get rid of him. And get rid of this guy. And then I'm going to try running through those ticks, but I don't think it's going to work. Excuse me, pardon me. One side. They were very gracious today. That's nice. Of course, they're shooting blood spears at me behind my back, but yeah, you know. Hello. Goodbye. But yeah, those are the ones with the big blood sacks on them, so those ones are the ones you don't want to mess with too much, because they are a little on the tricky side. This guy's got chunks for me. Yeah. And here's where things get a little more interesting, because the ticks can't follow me back here, but there is something to see in here, and it is not pretty. So you remember all those times when Gojira or Old Hunter or somebody else helped me and they used the Gatling gun? Here's where you find the Gatling gun. There's a chunk. Thank Thank you. Good on here. There's Bloodstarved Beast just hanging out. I don't know why he's just hanging out, but there's the amygdalin arm. Oh god. Twin Bloodstone chunks. Excuse me, pardon me. Twin Bloodstone shards, that's what I meant. Oh god! And that gives everything a poison effect, so that's not good. Bloodstone chunk. Get me out of here. I'm gonna heal up before I go up here to face the Gatling gun dude again. Oh, there he is. Twin Bloodstone shards and ow! My back! Okay. And we're out. And we're off and running. Is he gonna follow me? I don't think he follows you. So you gotta kinda sneak up behind him. Which is hard to do because I think he pays attention directly to the door, so let's try doing this. See if I can get him to unaggro. Nope. Well, since I can't get him to unaggro. The thing with the Gatling gun is that he can't visceral me because it, like, you know how the hunters will sometimes shoot in between my R1, L1 nonsense? He can't really do that because the Gatling gun doesn't have that kind of an effect, basically. Oop. So, we should, keyword is should, be able to take him okay. Oh god. That's not what I wanted. Uh-oh. Keyword is should here. Oh god. Uh-oh. Get behind the thing! Get behind the thing! Okay. The rock pile. That is. Oh god. Alright. Kind of dead angles with it too, which makes it a little bit of a pain to fight him. Gotcha now! And there's the Gatling gun. Sweet. Wonder if we should go fight Bloodstarved down here. I still need more Blood Echoes to level up. See if I can, like, attract everyone but Bloodstarved. And then Bloodstarved itself. Okay, they've still got the poison effect on, which is a problem. Hi there! Doesn't like the fire, obviously. I don't know why I even did that. I don't need to do that. The transform attack, that is. To kill these guys, I just need to go boop, boop. Well, they don't jump backwards. Where's Bloodstarved in there? Right there. Okay. I can't tell if he's got the poison effect or not. It's been a little while, Bloodstarved. I don't exactly remember how to fight you. Also, the camera's not doing me any favors. Okay. Okay. Man, he flies across the room when he does that. As you can see. Okay, I got him out here, so that should make it a little easier to fight him now. Ow. I thought I was far enough away from him. There we go. Wow, that wasn't worth hardly anything, but he gave me a damp blood tinge gem, so that's not bad. Could probably help if you're trying to, you know, use your gun for more things than just parrying, which I don't even use my gun for parrying, to be honest with you, so he must have got an effect on you. There we go. That takes care of that. There's a couple antidotes. Very nice. And we are still short of some blood echoes here. Oh boy. Where can I get more? I mean, we could go try fighting what's-his-face with the beast claws, but I get the feeling that's going to end very poorly. Or, you know what? We could just fight the ticks down here. That might work out okay for us. Then again, they're the ticks, so that usually doesn't work out okay for us. Let's just see where they're at. I mean, this might work. Kind of. Okay. Okay. I mean, I got enough antidotes, but doesn't mean I like this. Okay. So the transform attack will stagger him. Good to know. Only 500 for these guys, really? They're not worth 500. There's no way. Okay. Well, you know what? We'll find some echoes somewhere else. I only need like 7,000, and then we're in good shape. Hell, I could go and kill something in the depth 5 areas in one of the Chalice dungeons, and I'd be fine. But whatever. Dark and strange place. Yeah, you never know what's ahead. Yeah. Well, I feel like it's that way for all cultures, you know what I mean? It's just sort of depends on what part of the culture you're looking at specifically. By the way, there's nothing back that way. I don't know if I ever showed that back when I first got in the DLC, but you can't go backwards that way. I think I did, now that I think about it. What can we sell for more blood? Was that lightning or just lighting? I think just lighting. Distinct difference. There's no N in it, for one thing, and for the other thing, it's not nearly as good. Yeah, here's the amygdalin arm. It's got arcane attack. Actually, you know what? I should probably show the weapons that I'm getting, if I can even equip them. I can't equip the cannon, unfortunately, so I can't show the cannon, but yeah. Excuse me. So let's grab a few things, put these away. Okay, we got 14 chunks, so that's a good thing. I was gonna say, where'd they go? But here they are. They're just in with the workshop tools. Boom hammer, whirligig saw. And I think that's just about it. I'm holding on to these for something else. I'll tell you what that something else is in a few minutes when we actually go and take care of it. Okay, so weapons that we've collected thus far in the Old Hunters DLC. Here's the Beast Hunter Scythe. It's actually pretty similar to the Saw Spear and Saw Cleaver. It's a little slower, but it's just that its normal attacking version is this version, and then the transform version is this version. So you get you kind of get some range on it. It has that dash forward when you attack with it. So there's this version, slower version as normal, but you know, wide sweeping arcs like a Murakumo or something from the other Souls games. So it's interesting. Here's the Beast Cutter. It's like a big club, basically, when you're swinging it around normally. Then you transform it. Well, you've seen these guys use it. Big threaded cane. Slam down on top of people. It's not bad, though. I actually kind of like it, and it's kind of gruesome looking, if I'm being honest with you. But it's interesting. I like it. I haven't had a chance to really use it much, but it's kind of comparable to a very, very heavy and slow version of the Saw Spear, so. This here's my boomstick. Typical mace moveset as you'd expect from the hammers. But tricking it is a little bit different because you trick it and you light it on fire for the next attack that you use, but only the next attack. So make it count. Do one of these bad boys or something, because yeah, that'll deal a bunch of damage. You get fire gems in that thing, and holy cow. The whirligig saw, my go-to weapon at the end of the game last time I played. It's quite the bipolar culture. Let me know. It looks like you're about to type something else, so I'll let you go to it while I explain these away. And this is the reason why it was my go-to weapon, because It's got typical mace moveset, a little bit different from normal mace moveset, but you get blunt damage off of this, then you trick it, and you got a power saw. Serrated damage all crazy up in there, and I believe, is it the R2? I don't think it's the R2. No, that's different. But if you hold L2 with it while you've got stamina, you can cut the grass. And this deals damage as long as it keeps hitting enemies. So if you can stun lock them, and you've got a bunch of stamina, that's a good attack you got there. And now for the amygdalin arm, which I have not really used much of at all, so I couldn't really tell you what the set is like. I would imagine it's got a club. Yeah, that's a club moveset, sort of. And then when you trick it... Okay, then. So this is supposed to be the arm of an amygdala, so that's why you get the little swingy thing there. Okay, and holding R2 makes the arm flail about wildly after you do that, so that's interesting. I don't know. I was checking to see if it had an L2, but, well, obviously not, considering I just used a Quicksilver bullet. But that's what we've got so far. All good weapons, but I'm not going to use any of them, I don't think. At least not yet. Perhaps later, if I decide I would like to use some of them, maybe I will. But for now... we're going to stick with the old standbys, I think. I don't have any Bolt Hunter's marks in here, do I? No, I don't. Okay. Well, I'm running into stuff trying to figure out where I'm going to go for these extra echoes. I guess I could move forward in the DLC and just see what I can find there. Oh, you know what? Did I store all the weapons? I don't think I did. No. Let's store all the weapons. It's not that they weigh me down or anything, it's just, that way. I'm not lugging around all this extra gear. Keep my inventory nice and clean. Oh, and then there's the Gatling gun. Can I use this, or is it still too much strength investment? Yeah, too much strength investment. Okay. So we won't see me using the Gatling gun or the cannon. We have seen the Gatling gun, though, on this playthrough, because other hunters that have helped me out have used it, so... how's that damn blood-tinged gem? Pretty good, actually. Would probably be pretty decent in the hunter pistol there. Let's check it out. Because we got one in there right now. Okay, it's just a little worse than this one. Okay, so this adds a little more than you'd expect, because it adds more than just a little bit of flat blood attack that you get out of that. Alrighty. Good to know. So that means we can sell it. Get a little bit of money, and then maybe I'll just pop into a Chalice dungeon and kill one thing just to make sure I get enough to level up. So let's do that. If I can get up here. Here we go. Which one do we want to pop into? We'll go to the Eye Hill. It seems like that one I could just go to the first layer, pop in, kill a couple of things, and then be good to go. Depression, etc. If you want to buy a bottle of water in a random shop, good luck to find it, because there's porn everywhere and in every random shop. They are a little more open about pornography and getting down with your bad self in Japan than they are in the US, aren't they? Here they kind of censor it. It's weird though, because it's like, you look in the US, they censor sex but not violence. Well, they do censor violence to some extent, but not nearly as much as they censored in Japan. I know that much about Japan. They do censor violence a bit. And then you go to Japan, and they censor violence quite a bit, but not so much on the sex department. So it's like, I don't know. It's like, some you win some and you lose some, basically. That guy's going to kick my ass if I let him, so I'm going to just, like... Hello, chums. Okay. Now the big guy's coming after me, so let's just move. We're actually almost good. Oh, no, he's not coming after me. Okay. We're actually almost good on blood echoes. I need to kill one more of these guys to make it so. Make it so, number one! go now. Uh-oh. Alright, I know when I'm beat. Did someone say porn? Yes. Yeah, talking about Japan. Yeah, banned. Banned from Twitch. Reported unsubscribed.
Welcome. What is it?
Still haven't gotten the well, what is it from her yet, but we'll get it eventually. Okay. Blood level 93. Lots more skill. Lots more damage.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
It's just like insta-banned. Like, well, hang on. Thank you, milady. Insta-banned. All of a sudden, the stream shuts off like that. And I'm just gone. Gone from Twitch forever. And you never saw me again. You didn't see anything. But if you would have told me I'd be quoting Madagascar while I was streaming this, would I believe you? Maybe. Perhaps. Hell, I don't really even know where I get half the stuff that I quote, so, you know. Anyway, let's see if Ludwig wants to talk again. Not so much. Okay, well, the point of the matter here is, actually, you know what? Let me check if it's 2 pieces. I'm gonna go get Gascoigne's set and wear that. But he does say something else if you talk to him as a member of the church. Again, I may not get it here, but basically he'll ask you a question, and you can provide him with one of 2 answers. So we'll see if we can get it if I wear something else. Maybe I'll get the tomb prospecting stuff out. That seems like a halfway decent... Or you know what? Let's just go with this. This will work. It's might even go with my... Yeah, no, that's not... The coat isn't like... I don't know, it just falls on my shoulders, you know? It makes my shoulders look small. I don't like it. I don't like it compared to my other coat, so... But let's see if he has something new to say now that I'm dressed in the song gear. Now imagine that fuck ton of people think of Japan like, hey, Japan, video games, anime, Nintendo, fun. And then all of a sudden they go there. And they're like, oh, I didn't expect so many boobs in my face.
Tell me,
There we go.
good hunter of the church, have you seen the light? Are my church hunters the honorable Spartans? I hoped they would be.
You know what, Ludwig? Sure they are.
Ah, good. That is a relief.
Porn and suicide
To
everywhere.
know I did not suffer such denigration for nothing. Thank you kindly. Now I may sleep in peace. Even in this darkest of nights, I see the moonlight.
And off he goes. But for telling him that the church members are honorable Spartans, you receive the Holy Moonlight Sword. The very same that he was using in the boss fight. So, starts off as just a claymore, but when you trick it, well, actually, let me show you. It's basically just straight up claymore moveset from Dark Souls 2, so it's pretty, well, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, actually. It was also, not 2, that's what I meant. It's got the thrusting attack and everything, so it's great if you really like the claymore from Dark Souls 1, but you trick it, and there you go. Now it's on Moonlight, and it is arcane damage now, so it will deal arcane damage. It's got nice sweeping moveset. It's kind of like Ludwig's, which kind of makes sense considering it's basically Ludwig's Holy Blade, the two-handed moveset. It also shoots moonbeams out of it if you do this. It uses a Quicksilver bullet every time you do it, but deals lots of damage if you've got some good arcane. If you don't have good arcane, well, The Claymore will probably deal more damage for you, but having the flat arcane attack power on top of whatever you do normally with this isn't a bad thing, really. I mean, it works out to be pretty good damage, even if you're on a minimum arcane build for it, which I think requires like 14 arcane, so I could actually use this thing if I really wanted to. I could go upgrade it right now. Maybe I'll go do that. Because I just so happen to know that there is a boss fight coming up soon. And it is the one and only boss in this game where I was considering using the empty Phantasm Shell, but maybe I'll use Ludwig's Holy Moonlight Sword instead. Let's go have a look. Because I do actually, and that's what those blood gems that you saw in here were for. I actually saved a few blood gems that I got in some of the Chalice dungeons so I could slot in there. This one I didn't, this one I just held on to, but we got this one, and this one, and this one. And probably it'd be better to just find cursed blood gems that give like 21, 22% attack power, but, well, we doing this, boys. Here we go. And more bloodstones and blood echoes to fortify. Okay, so we need 2 more bloodstone chunks, and I know exactly where we can get those in order to make this +9. So that's a thing. Oh, I need to put blood gems in it, duh. Let's do that too. There's porn everywhere. What about children? There are some in Japan. Let's not even get started on that, because you start talking about kids, and that just leads you to combining the two, and oh dear God. Let's not talk. Well, then again, this is a heavy subject for a stream like this, but child pornography is everywhere. It's just the fact that the age of consent in Japan is 13, so other places that would consider it child pornography kind of have a problem, I guess, with that. So, you know, if you're looking up that sort of stuff, it's okay in Japan because the age of consent is a lot lower, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. So see, the only problem is that the Holy Moonlight Sword scales better with strength than it does with skill, so I'm losing a little bit of damage, I think, but I mean, it's not a bad thing. I can just go like this. A little bit of extra arcane attack. Oh, let me take off the church garb too. I don't really need that anymore. If you told Ludwig no, incidentally, he doesn't give you the Holy Moonlight Sword, and you have to kill his head in order to get the Holy Moonlight Sword, so that's something you could do if you accidentally answered no. Don't worry, you can still get the sword. You just need to do something a little different, that's all. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's disturbing. I'm not a fan. But, you know, I think we've had enough talking about pornography for now. Let's head back to the corpse pile and talk about violence, because this is Bloodborne, and everything in Bloodborne is violent as hell. The 2 bloodstone chunks that we can get, I can actually go grab fairly close to here, if I remember right. But we got to get through the next hallway after this, and to get through the next hallway after this might take a couple of hot minutes. So we'll see. Kids having access to the 18+ content. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's also disturbing. That is also true. I don't know the laws in Japan, so maybe there's a law that, like, censors that.
Colored by blood, but always clear of mind. Proud under the church.
That's me. Well, not exactly, but... Are you talking about me or Ludwig there? Locked. Well, we can't get in there just yet.
Shrouded by light with steady stride. Colored by blood, but always clear of mind.
Also locked. I gotta be careful here because there's that priest goer there, but there's also a dude in a wheelchair behind him, which, well, that could be problematic. Let's just get rid of him before this guy slam jams me just like that. But he's just like his counterparts in that you can parry him and riposte him in any of the frames of his attack. He's unlike his counterparts because he has fuck tons of HP, though. So, that's a thing. It's dark in here. Should use the hand lantern. Yeah, I think the guy that was talking there was the guy in that cell all the way at the end, so... Yeah, enough porn. Now suicide time. Oh, boy. Well, if you're feeling suicidal, then you've come to the right place. No, this isn't Filthy Frank. Let's not do that. Mostly because of the social conditions that leads the country to be the country where is the most suicide case. Yeah. Yeah, it's, they've had a lot of bad history. Bad things happening in their history. Especially recently. Like, and by recently, I mean, like, since World War II, recently. Oh, maybe this is where it was coming from.
That's very odd. Do you hear the toll of the bell?
I've heard the bell, sure.
Liar.
It's hard for me to lie if I actually hear the bell.
The beast you seek will not be found here.
Okay, so where can I find them?
And if you have the chance, put this knife behind you. Places better left untouched. Secrets better left alone.
Yeah, you and that other guy both said that. Well, I dare to brazenly roam. Whether or not I'm a fool is up to debate, but yeah, I'm gonna roam around a little more. Find what's at the end of this place. Face the nightmares and my demons. Because that's what happens here. Oh, open cell. Anybody home? Well, there was somebody at one point, but now he's just a bunch of frenzied cold blood. So that's great. All these locked cells, man. Hello? Oh. The Fist of Gracia. Alright. I was gonna say, that's a little... Is that an enemy or not? But no, it's not an enemy. It's, looked like one of those Cinderblock wielding dudes, but he had a Cinderblock for me. The Fist of Gracia, or Gradia? I don't know. Where have I heard the word Gradia before? I feel like I've heard it somewhere. But, yeah, it's a big slab of iron. It has good stagger, though, so if you're not a big fan of the guns and or the torch or anything like that as a secondary, you could just smack people up with this. It doesn't use Quicksilver bullets either, so if you're running out and you still need to stagger someone out of an attack, there you go. Got the fist, but... I'm going to choose to say, stop fisting me! So, that's how that's going to go. Ooh, it's light up here. Good. I think if we walk up here, though, there's a couple of NPCs that we can hang around with. What in the heck is going on in there? Something with weird glowy eyes and their lights in their eyes. Let's see what this is. Can I grab it? There we go. Great One's Wisdom. Cool. Yeah, I think there's a couple of NPCs up ahead. And I remember them giving me trouble when I fought them last time. Probably because you have to fight them both at once, which could be a problem. Oh, okay. Here's that guy. He's the one that my sights are set on at first here. I'd like to be able to see without running into things, but he's got Ludwig's, so that's a thing. Do you have a weapon there, sir? Or a gun, rather? Yeah, you do. Okay. I might be able to funnel them down the stairs here, which would be just fine. Okay, let's back off. The enemies down here are dead, so that helps a little. Ow. Okay, I can't exchange. I forgot. Can't exchange with Ludwig's. So. Especially not that version of it. That version of it's not going to do us any favors. Okay. Just got to make sure I can see them. That's why I've got the torch out. used up all my stamina there, but that's okay. You gonna blood vial? Please don't blood vial. Oh god. I'm gonna blood vial. Because I have that right. Okay. Got that one. Oh, that's where I could have gotten the 8,000 blood echoes I needed. Oh well. Let's see. This game is Dark Souls 3 skin with a few changes here and there. It's made by the same company, so I can see how you would get that impression. It was made by the same guy that directed Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, directed this game. Oh, she's really close. Wow. So since he's the one that directed it, it makes sense that it would be very close to it. It is more offensive, though, because, well, you can't tank behind a shield, so... I think she got smart. She went up there instead of coming down here. Let's wait for her to pop down here again. Okay. Ow. There we go. Man, I must have sucked the first time I played this game. What the hell? 11,000 blood echoes from her, though, so that's interesting. Let's go see what's back here. Alright, what are you supposed to be? Oh, rats. Great. Okay, then. I guess I'm just a big fan of the transformation attack, because I keep using it even though I don't have to. There's one bloodstone chunk. But yeah, now I think we're in the clear here. I don't think those guys respawn, so we should be able to go up here and take care of business in terms of getting to the next area. So now this is a device which we can operate. So what we need to do is we need to approach the altar and insert the eye pendant. Where do we insert it? Well, yeah. You're an omelette du fromage boy. Speak Turkish or Arabic. Wah wah. Your homeland, the main subject in art would most likely be freedom. Yeah, well, that makes sense though. I think because it's sort of almost part of the culture in some place. Like it's freedom is a main thing here too. You know, because we shared similar revolutions for independence, so that sort of makes a difference. I couldn't tell you which one was... Honestly, I couldn't tell you which one was better because it's like, well, they were both equally bloody. Actually, I think the French Revolution might have been bloodier because I'm pretty sure more people died in the French Revolution than the American, but I could be wrong about that. Don't quote me on that one. Well, there's a lamp for us to light up anyway, and up here... The Research Hall. Hello there. Get this guy, and this will get us the last few chunks that we need. Also, did a body just drop from the ceiling? Huh. This place is very atmospheric. I really like this one because it's definitely got some strange things going. I mean, like...
Anyone seen my eyes?
Your eyes?
I'm afraid I've dropped them in a puddle. Pale.
That's because you dropped them in a puddle of pale whatever this is supposed to be. It's like my glasses. I can't see without my glasses, except they're your eyeballs. Welp. And yeah, I missed the part where you're talking about Persona 3 being the way that it is. Yeah, I think you're right about that. So, 100th anniversary of Poland gaining independence after World War I. Nice! I think congratulations is the right word to say there. Consider... Oh, God, poison. Poison! Man, that's gotta suck for that person's eyes. And more chunks. Okay. That's good. We'll probably get poisoned on the way down, but... This door's locked. And if we go up here... This door is also locked. Read signboard. Laboratory, floor 1. Oh, okay, there's the sign. I couldn't see. It'll just look like a Carol room there, which is probably what it was, considering it's the research hall. So probably this is where Carol did his research, or her research. I don't know which one is which. Some blue elixirs. Good. Get out before I get poisoned. Thank you. And that's all I wanted to do here for now. We got a lamp up here, so we can return here whenever we feel like it. But first, let's take this elevator back down, because there's something else we can do with this elevator back down on the floor here. Okay, so every time you step on it, it does that. So if you step on it and then get off, the elevator will go up, and then we'll have to hit the switch. But there's actually a second altar. So let's check what's on this. Lawrence's skull. Can I get this one to move? I think I have to hit this and then drop onto it. So I want to go on here, because there's something else to get down here, so let's do this. See what awaits us down at the bottom of this hole. I promise, it's not just a wall. Yeah, there's treasure down here. So what's in here? The church cannon. It's the cannon that one big guy was using outside of Ludwig's boss room, so... Not really anything I can use, but well, it's there. Kind of bloody what happened afterwards, way worse. Yeah, I think I remember that. It's vague because it's been a while since I've done any world history classes. So, but yeah, I think I remember that. Lots of heads fell, literally. Yeah. All the revolution just to get your countries Islamized. Hey man, they were Islamized before then. Look up the Golden Age of Islam if you haven't ever done any history into the Golden Age of Islam before. In like the 600s AD, Islamic faith was literally the faith of everywhere that was civilized at the time. Like what was considered first world countries at that time were practically all Islamic. It was like where Turkey is and Saudi Arabia, stretched into Asia, stretched through most of Europe. It was in Africa, all over the place, man. They were Islamic long before, long before today. So, and it was good too because they saved a lot of, like the Library of Alexandria, the documents that were left over from that. They wouldn't have been saved if it wasn't for the faith, the Islamic faith, saving them back in the 600s. So, because the Library of Alexandria burned, I forget if it burned earlier than that, and then it burned again. I forget, but I do know that the records from the Library of Alexandria were saved by people of the Islamic faith because they said this is important. It's knowledge that we don't have otherwise. Let's make sure we save this stuff. So. But yeah, Islam's been here for a long time, man. It's not a recent development, that's for sure. I did a lot of, like, that's the faith that I know the most about besides Christianity, because I grew up Christian. But I did a lot of studying in Islam when I took my humanities class back in college for my gen ed requirements. So I know the most about Islam out of all the other religions besides Christianity. So that doesn't mean that I know much about it. I've forgotten most of what there is to know at this point, basically. But yeah, it's there. It's somewhere in the back of my mind. So, but yeah, church cannon, still can't use it. Slightly too not strong enough. So let's put it away for now. And put away the chunks. We got plenty of them. I should go upgrade the Holy Moonlight Sword to +9, actually. Get the church cannon away. And the rest we need, so let's keep that stuff. Prepare my weapons, and then... +9, that bad boy. There we go. So now we just need a Blood Rock, and I need to decide which of these two I'm actually plus 10ing. I don't know which one I'm going to plus 10 yet, but I will find out at some point. But we got Lawrence's skull there from the altar that was at the bottom there, so let's check that out. Excuse me, probably my key items, I think. Yeah, you're correct. What worked then doesn't work now. You're right about that. Everything is ever-changing, so gotta adapt to it, because otherwise it doesn't usually work out for you. This is the skull of Lawrence, the first vicar, or vicar, depending on your pronunciation, of the Healing Church. In reality, he became the first cleric beast. Oh, great. And his human skull only exists within the nightmare. The skull is a symbol of Lawrence's past and what he failed to protect. He's destined to seek his skull, but even if he found it, he could never restore his memories. Well, that sucks for Lawrence. Let's go pay him a visit again now that we've got his skull. Lawrence, by the way, was the cleric beast that we got the eye pendant from back in the church there. So let's go pay that thing a visit and see if we can't get it to have a chat with us or something. I'm sure that the cleric beast would love to talk to us about this stuff. I kind of sincerely doubt that, but, well, you know. We'll see what works. I may end up using the saw spear for this fight anyway, even though it's, I just went and upgraded the Holy Moonlight Sword, because Lawrence is a cleric beast, quote unquote, so it sort of stands to reason that you'd want to use that. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. Goodbye. I don't know how he didn't just hit me with the shotgun shells there, but whatever. It's fine, we're fine. Okay, they're busy. Probably key out one of these. Stay to the left, and there you go. And that hit a bunch of dudes, didn't it? Let this guy handle these two. Man, that one guy's wrecking him a little bit, huh? And that's why I don't go up there too early, because that bell attack, oh good lord, man. And he's still buffed by the bell attack, as you can see by his eyeballs there, so. Sorry, man, I don't want none of that. Alright. So we'll, you know what, I'll use this later on in the fight. For now, let's use this, and I'm actually going to do this. We probably won't need fire paper, because it looks like he's basically a cleric beast on fire, so let's just not do that. Here we go, empty phantasm shell. So this uses 3 quicksilver bullets when you use it, but that gives me a good reason to actually use it, because I've got so many quicksilver bullets I may not have enough room for any more that I find later on in the DLC, so. Gives me a reason to use them, you know what I mean? I remember this fight giving me trouble as well. Last time I played, but I may have gotten a little better in the interim, but we'll see. I mean, I thought it was like, it's just Cleric Beast, how bad could it be? But apparently I was wrong. Yeah, that urn went dead a long time ago, man. No more blood for you in that thing. Got a bit of a headache? Well, you did just sleep for hundreds of years, probably. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're not really a fan of talking. Can't I just give him the skull and go home? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not going to work either. Okay. So here's Lawrence, the first Vicar. I think he's basically just Cleric Beast in the first phase, so what works for Cleric Beast will work for Lawrence. Get me out of there. Of course, he deals a lot more damage than Cleric Beast, so you gotta be a little careful, but... 3... Oh no, there's not a 4th. Somehow dodged that, which is good. 2, 3, and slam. Yep. Okay. I think the arena is a little bit of a problem here too, because I don't know. I feel like the arena that you fight Cleric Beast in is a little bit more. I guess it gives you more room, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Ooh, that's not gonna work. I think he may have just started phase 2, which is possible. I think he starts phase 2 at around 70% HP normally. Which gives him some additional attacks that Cleric Beast didn't have normally. So, I haven't used the Anti-Phantasm Shell yet either. I'm just thinking about that. I should probably use that the next time I get an opportunity. Now. And in too early. Nope. This is fine. Ooh. Oh god. Get out of there, man. For Christ's sakes. Oh, I'm blocked by another pillar. God damn it. This is Pthumerian Descendant all over again. Oh boy. That's the problem. Now I remember what the problem is with this fight, is that I always get trapped by pillars. So. Yeah, he can be. It just sort of depends on the fight, I guess. He can be a little bit on the tricky side. And you wouldn't think so either, because it's like, oh, it's just Cleric Beast. No, it's just Cleric Beast, but say that after he hits you. Your tune might change just a little bit there. Alright. And again. I did just leave 27,500 blood echoes there, so I might want to go grab those, but is it a big deal to me? Not that big of a deal, I guess. So let these guys have their due. Jesus. H. Alright, you're busy with him. I'll just leave you alone. Alright. And off we go. So my blood echoes are probably... Okay, they're right there. That's fine. Let's see what we can do here. Nice and easy to grab, but doesn't mean it's going to be easy later. I didn't do that right. Okay. Okay, that's just one. Oop. This is bad. Still hit me a little, but it's okay. Nope. That's not gonna work. Do a slam jam. Nope. Okay, so I need to dodge in when he does that in order to get some damage off on him there. Gotta remember that. 3 and 4. Alright, Saw Spear, you got range here. I don't need to prove it. I didn't dodge that right either. Okay. There we go. Just like that. Oops, somebody died outside. Oh boy. I think the major problem that I had with this fight last time I did it was that I didn't really dodge into him enough, because that deals lots more damage. Oops. Almost didn't get the visceral there. Lawrence does have quite a bit of HP, though, surprisingly. I think he's got somewhere around like 20,000, I want to say, which is exorbitant, to say the least. Yeah, we're definitely in phase 2 now because the music went a little crazy, so... I imagine this means he's going to be more aggressive, which I can't say I'm shocked. There's a grab. I want that. Once he gets down to about 40% of his health bar, that's when phase 3 kicks in. Phase 3 is messy. I'll just say that. Well, thankfully that little swipe there doesn't do hardly any damage, so it's nice. Yeah, if I had like some more arcane, I could probably deal more damage there, because I could, damage him from outside. There's the 5th swing that he added to that one. Maybe use Empty Phantasm Shell again, but I guess he gave me an opportunity right there to use it, so that's fine. Oh, you're being too gracious today, Lawrence. Too gracious. Okay. So here's phase 3, and he lost his legs. Now, if you think that's an improvement, I beg to differ. Because now there's lava to deal with, and it's a little tricky. Basically, the best thing you can do is stay to your left, his right. And that's the easiest way to deal with him in this phase. Now, don't dip your toes in. I know it's tempting, but don't do it. Because it deals lots of damage. Okay, this part you want to circle. Like this. Kind of tricky, but... Oh god. I'm gonna take a bath in lethal lava land, but nope, apparently not. And that's Lawrence, the first Vicar. Prey slaughtered. I don't think I want that blood, though, because that looked a whole lot like lava. 29,500 souls for defeating him, and we get the Beast's Embrace Oath rune for defeating him as well. So now, if you bothered to go to the Loran Chalice to get the Beast's Claw, and you use that along with the Beast's Embrace rune, you can basically turn into a Cleric Beast yourself. Obviously not as big, you're still going to be your normal size, but it's not bad. It makes the Beast Claw worth more than just R1 spam anyway. But we got him all the same, so hoorah! Not even bad. Let's light up this lamp. We now have a checkpoint over here that I can leave without having to deal with that bell-ringing axe dude, so that's fantastic. You know, I haven't really listened to Lawrence's OST all that much, to be honest with you, so... Thanks, Alex. I appreciate it. I gotta go and listen to it because really the only bit of the OST that I've listened to frequently out of the entire Old Hunters DLC is Ludwig's, obviously, because it's Ludwig's, so who's not gonna listen to it, but, you know. Guess we didn't need old Moonlight for that, did we? It's okay. We'll still use Moonlight later. Don't you worry about that. I'm probably gonna need Ludwig's, though, at some point, so I'm gonna hold on to this for now. We'll keep Moonlight for something else. I was going to use it there against Lawrence, but didn't really have the chance. Excuse me. Oh boy, I'm just burping up a storm here today. That ain't no good. TMI. What do I need to buy here? I bought enough bone blades, so I don't really need that. What can I use my insight on, though? I guess I could use it on this. And buy another one. Use another knowledge. Running a little low again on the Madman's knowledge, but that's okay. We've only got a couple more areas that we can co-op in, so it shouldn't run out anytime soon before the end of the game. So, because now after this, it's basically just Research Hall, the area after that, and then that's the end of the DLC. So it seems like it'll be quick, but the Research Hall takes a little while to get through. It's a little more vertical in its level design, so it's going to take a little bit to get through. Yeah, Lawrence and Mr. Lightsaber on the same run. Those were the only two that I was planning on getting done today, because I thought it was going to take a lot longer to kill the both of them, but apparently I played it okay, because they died relatively easily. That's to say nothing of, not the next boss in the DLC, but the boss after that. Because the boss after the next one is, like, Tumerian Descendant on steroids, so, if you enjoyed watching me get my ass kicked by Tumerian Descendant last time,
Farewell, good hunter.
then I'll just let you know there's
find
more
your
where
worth
that
in
came
the
from in the
waking world.
future. That's for certain. Thank you, milady. Oh, message didn't send. Oh, okay. Wonder why. That's a little weird. How am I doing on blood vials now? I have more than I had when I started the DLC still, somehow. Alright then, that's fine with me. Anything else to buy? I guess I'd buy one of these, just to get me up to the top there. Yeah, I was expecting to go through most of those blood vials because, I don't know, I was expecting to actually have trouble with Ludwig and Florence. Then again, there's still 3 bosses to go in the DLC, so I shouldn't say that we won't have trouble yet. And even after those 3 bosses, there's still the bosses that were cut from the final version of the game that we have to go through, and those guys might be tricky as hell as well, depending on, you know, how they are. So, but the last time I did the DLC, I fought Lawrence as the last boss that I fought, and honestly, I probably should have fought him sooner because I had a lot of trouble with him. It's like Rockin' Fun said there. He can be a bit surprising with some of his attacks, and it had been quite a while since I'd fought Cleric Beast at that point, so I couldn't really remember the moves. Didn't dodge very well at all. I was mostly trying to space him out rather than dodging into his attacks, and since I wasn't an arcane build, it didn't really work too well. So I was still on the I'm playing Dark Souls rather than Bloodborne thing, because in Bloodborne, it's usually a better idea to space into the enemy and then attack them with some sort of rallying attack to get your HP back that you may have lost from some AoE than it is to try to space them out. Unless you're playing an arcane build, in which case ignore what I'm saying. But, yeah. Just waiting for the dude to drop down again, but apparently he didn't. I wonder what that's all about up there. But yeah, now is when we're gonna want to have Ludwig's, because it's gonna be we're gonna be fighting some kin basically up here, and they can be a little bit of a pain. Just a little bit though. Mainly they're a pain because of the fact that they fight you in droves. Like, there's a lot of these guys in this area, the dudes with the enlarged heads. We need to find out where we're going. I don't quite remember this place as well as I probably should. But like I said before, it's very vertical, so... Ouch. See how you like this! Not very well, apparently. But yeah, they're not quite kin in that they still take regular damage, but I'm still going to use Ludwig's here because it's a little more effective at fighting groups of mobs. I think if I remember right, there's a bunch of them that are going to come out here somewhere. There's one right there. And I think the main thing about this area is that, like, you'll see there's all this glassware and everything all over the ground and stuff that you can break. And if you break the glassware, it actually attracts the enemy's attention, as you can see here, because these enemies are now trying to run at me. Okay. Because I broke the glass and I'm fighting their friends, so yeah, that's how that works. So, if you don't want to deal with too many enemies at once, don't break the glass. It's fragile, don't you know? Get used to that sound effect, because you're going to hear it quite a bit.
Just kill me. Free me from this place before I go mad.
So, like that other guy? Oops.
won't do it again. I promise. The dark darkness. It frightens me. And what rises from it.
Yeah, finished with the Chalice Dungeons there, Dark Destiny. Yep, finished those up on the last stream, which is Thursday. So now we're doing the Old Hunters DLC. Also, hello, Dark Destiny. How you doing?
Lady Maria, Lady Maria, please take my hand, please.
Lady Maria, huh?
Don't let me drown.
Poor souls. Let's put them out of their misery. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they come back. Or maybe they just don't die. Or maybe I just hit them just hard enough where they've got like 1 HP left. Yeah, they just don't die. Huh. Well, I don't know how to put you out of your misery then, sorry. I don't exactly want to be ascending towards that god-awful noise up here, but, well, we may not have a choice in the matter. That right there is the god-awful noise. The dude that was walking around with the big stick in his hand, yeah, that's where the noise is coming from. Because he gets very unhappy when he doesn't get his meds. Could you not get stuck on the walls, please? I had the same problem in the last place I was... Oh, God. Man. Thank you for the blood vials, though. I will take those gladly. More blood vials. Sweet. But yeah, so watch what you're breaking here, because you might attract some unwanted attention. I say that, and then, whoops, there goes a, I guess they are kind of blood vials, aren't they? So. Nothing here. Yeah, we'll explore around this place a little bit. I'll open up one of the shortcuts, and then we'll be done with it for now. So, like, we'll be done with the stream for now. I think this is actually where you're supposed to go, though, so I'm going to go back down. It looks familiar, which is probably how I know it's where you're supposed to go. But anyway. Let's head back down. We'll go in. There's another room there that we can go into that those guys were in. So let's go check the other room. And then once we're done, we'll come back. More of those weird sweet roll looking things, too. Though, again, these ones don't appear to be sweet rolls, more like containers with, like papyrus paper on top of them or something like that. Everything's fine. Should change the stream title. Oh, you know what? That's what I forgot to do. My bad. I knew I forgot something. Yeah, let me change the stream title. The old... I did it for on Discord, and I did it on the video for YouTube, so there we go. Should be up to date now if you refresh. Thank you for reminding me, though, because I totally blanked on that one. I knew I forgot to do something. But yeah, these guys can't really hear you unless you break something like that. Now I'm getting ambushed because I broke something, so let's just go out here, let them come to me. Because apparently I've angered the village here. Like, look at the... There's so many of them, it's lagging the game. Good lord. Hello there. Oops. Oh god. Just back my ass up there. Just fight him a little at a time. We'll be okay. Oh, unless they run around my frames there, like, holy shit! Okay, okay. Now we're good. Don't start that shit. I don't know what you're throwing, but don't start that shit. Ah, some sedatives. Okay. I don't think anything in here can frenzy you, but I appreciate them anyway. Okay. Let's just attract this one over here. There we go. And then stay away from the bottles. Gently. Goodbye. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're throwing at you. I would assume it's Quicksilver, because it sort of looks like the stuff that those slug people back at the lecture hall puked out at us. But I could be wrong. So. And where does this lead? Back up here. So you remember where that guy that had the life support IV was? Yeah, here he is. So you can kind of get around him. Really, you can get around him no matter which way you go, but it might be a little easier if you go the other way. So, let's see what we've got waiting for us here. As I've said multiple times before, what fresh new hell awaits me in the next room? Well, your friends didn't hear me, so it gives me free reign there, friendo. Oh, there's a dude in a wheelchair. Okay. I was wondering what was making that noise up there, but there's a dude in a wheelchair trying to snipe at the patients. Great. Patient room floor 4. Alright. Who's patients? Okay, 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 okay. That's not good. Excuse me. Gotta eat an antidote here. There we go. Oh, I see. Okay. Knock, knock. Let's see here. Anything else in this room? Oh, there's some stairs. Yeah, this place is pretty twisted. All of the experiments of the church took place here, so it's not a good sight, that's for sure. There's just body parts and people. They were all trying to benefit themselves by dirty, damp blood gem. Ew. They're all trying to benefit themselves, the church that is, by becoming more capable with their blood transfusions to come closer to the gods. But whether that was worth the experiments here, I don't think that's up for debate. I'm pretty sure nobody in their right mind is going to look at this place and say, yeah, you know what? It's justified what they were doing because it meant that they could become like this. No way, man. Ain't no way that's the case. Now, Gatling gun dude is probably going to shoot at me a bunch if I go any other way but this way. But there's also an NPC hunter there, so yeah, I don't like being that close to, like, it's precarious, you know what I mean? Where he's standing. So, but I might want to just fight him anyway. Let's give it a shot, why not? It's the worst that could happen. Well, I know what the worst that could happen is.
Plop. Plip. Plop. Plip. Plop.
Are they wearing the beak mask? It looks... No. That's not the beak mask. Never mind.
Plop. Plip. Plop.
That, however, is a severed enlarged head. Well, that's just fantastic. Anyway, see if I can sneak up on him a little bit. Give him a nice back rub. Okay. Just don't kill the severed head, please. Whoa, poison knives. Alright. Gotcha, bitch. More sedatives. Alright, cool. And we saved severed head.
Lady Maria, I'm a robin. Will I ever curl up and become an egg?
I don't think that's how that works.
Lady Maria. Lady Maria, say something. Anything.
Well, whoever this Lady Maria is, I think the reason why they keep mistaking you for her is that you've got, like, the same scent as her? Something like that. It's, maybe she was a hunter at some point in the past. Because that's where a lot of these people were, is in the past. So I think if I remember right, one of these bookcases is, like, trapped or something. Like, you'll there's like a switch or something that you'll walk across and it'll like smack you with something. I don't remember where that happens, but I'm pretty sure I remember it happening. That there is the door that we're looking to get to, though, and there's no way to get there as long as those stairs are down. So we gotta find a way to pull those stairs up in order for us to get out of here. And that might take a hot minute to do, so. Never thought of becoming an egg. Some things just slip into your mind when you're high, you know? This looks dangerous. I don't think we make that fall without dying. So I think I'm going to just go this way. So I guess we'll drop down there. All the fun that that's going to be. Or we could drop down here instead.
Lady Maria, what's his face?
Oh, God. Thought I wasn't going to make that. Huh. See ya! Wow, I actually killed him with one thing there. Holy crap. Didn't expect that. Oh. My bad. Yeah, there's the trap right behind me there. Because something just hit back over there. There it is. Some doesn't like it when you break the blood vials. That's all I know. There's some madman's knowledge. We could go that way, but I think I saw a door. Right here? Laboratory, floor 3. Okay, sure. Let's give it a shot. Well, actually, is there anything over here? While I'm thinking about it.
Lady Mary, save me, please. I don't hear anything. Save.
I don't know if that other one that I killed over there that slammed into me with their head, I don't know if that one had anything to say, but they're right next to some stairs, so that seems like you don't want to stand in front of the stairs if you're an NPC. Any other gunmen that could potentially cause problems for me? That's not operable. Alright. What about this? Ah, we can operate this one. Wouldn't expect that, but yes, you can in fact operate that one and cause it to come up to help you, so. There's some beast blood pellets. Nice. There's also this, which I don't remember where that leads to, but well, we pulled an elevator first, so let's take that, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, with all these Quicksilver bullets I'm getting from these guys, I might need to make some room in my inventory. Where does this go? Oh, camera. Ah, that's where it goes.
Is that you, Lady Maria? No, You're someone else.
Yeah, at least you know it's not Lady Maria, unlike most people. Hold a moment, I need to unlock a shortcut. There we go. So yeah, here's the bottom floor again, the entrance. It was the door on the right that will open for us here.
Please, could you do something for me?
Like what?
I need brain fluid.
Brain fluid?
Mushy brain fluid.
Where am I gonna get brain fluid?
Please, I need brain...
See, it was capitalized, and that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know, man, that might be an actual item. Well, I guess I'll keep an eye out for brain fluid. I mean, it's I've picked up Tomb Mold and the Bastards of Loran, so I guess this wouldn't really be anything new. Actually, I don't think I've picked up the Bastards of Loran. I think I've just seen them in pictures. So, yeah. But we have a shortcut now. So that's a good thing. Where does this lead? Well, to a dead person, so that's that. And to whatever that's supposed to be. Okay, there's another person over there. See if I can make the door without them killing me. Well, I can, but... Oh. Okay, 4 saw spear hits to kill them versus just a few swipes with Ludwig's. Transform attack seems to do pretty good, though. The decorative old hunter garb and trousers in this room. Cool. That actually is, it's pretty decent of a set, too. It's got like frills and stuff on it, so it's not for everybody, but the trousers look, I mean, the garb is kind of meh, but the trousers look nice with some of the more fancy armor sets. Like you could stick the trousers with the knight set or something like that. It looks pretty good. But yeah, I already got something for this, so where did this lead me to? Well, we're going to keep going until we get to some place that I actually know where I am. I'm surprised nothing shot at me there. Hello. Thank you for the blood vials. Would your friend have some frenzied cold blood? Okay. This is a new area, though, then. That's old there that we have right there. We've been down there before. I could have just said that instead of meandering around my words, but, you know. I think we've actually been this way, too. But let's find out what's out here. Oh, hello.
Blip, blop. Blip, blop.
Should I leave you alone?
Splish,
Are you
splash,
busy?
Splish, splash. Blip, blop. Blip, blop.
Yeah, who needs stats when you're fashion, exactly.
Splash, splish, splash.
Words of wisdom from our resident balcony enlarged head dude. That's just great. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure if I wrap around up here... Let's find out. Oh, nope, that guy... Oh, did you have anything for me? No. Then maybe we haven't been here already. Yeah, I guess we haven't. Oh, hello, rat. I didn't know there were rats here. Interesting. But I think this is the spot, yeah, this is the spot where the ladder, if you pull the ladder up using a switch further up above, you can get these stairs to go to that door. And that's actually where you want to go, so that's what I'm planning on doing. But I need to get there first. Something like that, kickstand, Carp. Yeah, taking a bath in what? Probably their own brain fluid, but that's just gross. God damn it. They're in fact ducks with human disguises. They need to work on their bills just a little bit, I think. That might be the problem. Laboratory floor 2. Okay, so this is where I need to go. Let's see what Jaeger's barking at first. What you barking at, Yeg? Why are you standing out in the rain like a goof? Go into your house. Go into your house instead of standing in the rain. It's gonna get you all wet. Go over your house. Your house. Go over your house instead of standing in the rain, okay? Go on. Go in your house. And goofball would rather stand in the rain than go in his doghouse where not only does he have cover from the rain, he also has cedar chips and a warm, fluffy blanket to keep him warm. He's a big dum-dum sometimes, but I love him all the same. I think he heard me. Anyway, back up we go. We have actually enough blood echoes now to level up again, so I think that's what we'll go do. And then we'll call it a day. Because we've made some decent progress here. I think the latter half of the research hall here, well, it's more like the latter 2/3, I guess, is a little more tricky than the part that we've done so far, but it's okay. We'll be fine. That being said, let's return to the Hunter's Dream. See, I keep telling him, go in your house, go in your house. He's like, no, I just want to sit out here and complain. Okay, but not going to get you anywhere. He does come inside later on at nighttime now that it's getting colder outside, but he's more of an outside dog, so. All right, let's repair our stuff. Let me store anything. Okay, I need an antidote, so that's a good thing. Let's grab that. Anything else I need? I think that's about it. I can probably even put away the empty phantasm shell now because I'm not planning on using it for any other bosses, so. I will keep the beast roar though because that comes in handy for one of the bosses in the research hall, so. Actually, it's like the boss right after the research hall, but you know. So that adds a rapid poison effect and reduces stamina costs. Well, that's not bad. Could probably stick that in the saw spear and do some decent stuff. Like if I was to hit the NPC hunters 3 or 4 times, they'd probably get poisoned, which would be very good for me because, well, it sort of rapidly murders them. So maybe I'll try that instead of because the one I got I think does like plus 13% physical damage, which is nice, but I mean, you know, I've got Ludwig's if I need so much physical damage. So, let's see, how much of a difference does that make? Almost, wow, that does make quite a bit of difference, doesn't it? I guess it just sort of feeds into itself after a while. You know, we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a shot, we'll see how it does. I'll keep this one just in case, and we'll go from there a little later. I think we're good there. Alright, let's level up, and then I'm going to call it a day.
Welcome. What is it?
Almost got it that time.
Let me...
Still trying to get her to say, well, what is it? But we'll get there. Blood level 95. We're moving right along with these levels, so we should be blood level 100 before long.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find
low insight, so
world.
I usually play low insight when it comes to this, but there's other stuff you can do with high insight. I just haven't shown any of it yet. Thank you, milady. Well, I need to look up where I can find some brain fluid and stuff, but we also need to figure out how we're going to get through the rest of the research hall. We need to, as I said before, get to that giant door. It's in the middle of the place, but there doesn't seem to be a switch anywhere nearby. Yeah, I think that's what it is. There's different music for the Hunter's Dream when you get to high insight, so maybe I'll be able to demonstrate it at a later point in time. I'll check it out. If we get enough Madman's knowledge, I can probably get it up there, but it might change naturally anyway later on. I don't know. I'll figure it out, along with where I can get some brain fluid and how the hell to get through the research hall. And I'll meet you right back here on the next episode of Bloodborne, the Stream Edition. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream. I will be posting the new schedule for next week. We're doing it 4 times a week again next week. And I'll be posting the new schedule on Twitter and Discord just after I get all of the stuff all set and taken care of with OBS and the titling and everything on Twitch. So once I'll do that, I'll post the schedule. Hopefully, ideally, we're on the fast track to getting this done literally on Halloween, which would be perfect because that was what this stream through was all about, was it was going to be a Halloween stream through. So we'll see if that works out. If it doesn't, it's okay, but hopefully we'll get there. I will know better next week. In the meantime, before we get to that point, take care, everybody, and have a good night. Spartans of the Church, huh? That gives me an idea.